Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? All right, very good. It's not as hot as it was the other day. Or actually it is, but it doesn't feel as hot. Because all my windows are open. And have been for the past 2 days. And also I've taken some other precautions. But it's gonna get colder tomorrow and the weekend, so that's good. The worst part is my allergies. I'm gonna buy an air purifier today. See if it helps. Okay, let's go through the game plan today. It's cheap poor. I sold a tiny bit pre-market. It's up about 60% from where I bought it 2 days ago. CHK is having another gap up today. Again, I think this thing goes to 25.30 at least. Nugget had a reverse split. It's gapping up a little bit together with gold. Ugas is gapping down, but it's still it looks good on the daily. And I will buy, I will add more if it breaks this $36, $37 area. Fuel cell, I bought some late day yesterday. It just looks really good. Not as strong as BLDP and plug, but on the weekly chart, this thing is coming out a big, nice little flag. It's been building higher lows for 2 months. There's no resistance until like $3. So we'll see. I'm risking pretty much 10 cents to potentially make $1.50 or more. Shopify is not gapping up actually with the market. It's not gapping up. Or it's gapping up slightly. But I don't know. It did show relative weakness yesterday. Like QQQs took out the highs of the day midday and then they rallied into the end of the day. But Shopify barely took out the highs of the day late day and then it kind of fell back. So I don't know. It feels weak. It feels weak for now. So I may add. Why I think CHK goes up to 26, it's just a technical trade. It's just all of these bankrupt oil companies are rallying. MRO, not MRO, but WLL. This is what, a quadruple in the past few days, so triple. OAS. This was a double, more than a double in pre-market. It's just a technical trade. This is where the momentum is. It doesn't matter that they're going bankrupt. Bankrupt stocks are the ones, or bankrupt companies are the ones that can make the biggest rallies. But obviously, eventually they're all zeros, but doesn't mean they can't double, triple, quadruple before that. Let's see here. I still don't see any value to the upside. Like, there are some things that are starting to set up. Some of the growth stocks have started a little bit of base building. The 10 and 20 day moving averages are catching up. Stuff like Coupa, maybe not Okta very much, but like AYX, Viva. This one is straight up. DXCM, like they've gone sideways for a few days. I would love to see a little bit more of a pullback and sideways so the 20-day moving average can catch up on these. One that is very, very strong is Zoom. Like this one is pretty much in a high tide flag. I would prefer to go sideways a little bit more, but I am willing to buy a few opening range highs today. Because this thing could be a squeezer. It could go straight to 200. It just looks very linear and smooth. So I think there's a lot of buying pressure in that name. RCL is one I'm watching. It's barely hanging on. Needs to break yesterday's lows. There's definitely, these bear flags are still very weak, no doubt. I'm also watching INO for a mean reversion trade. Maybe we can have a $1.50, $2 down day eventually. Let's see if the spies get rejected of the declining 50-day again. Or not. That's what I want to see. Like Shopify is definitely showing some relative weakness. Shopify went red there briefly. I missed INO. Oh wow, was there any kind of news or something? Everything ripped right now. Oh wow, SCDG, solar name is going hard. Oh, looks like INO is taking out highs of the day. So far everything is straight up. Okay, the SPYs, it doesn't look like they want to get rejected of the declining 50-day again. So I'll just cover my last shares that I had from 3 or 4 sessions ago on SPXL. I had a tiny position left. And all of my longs are working really well. I also got rid of NCLH and DAL. They failed their bear flag breakdowns. The relentless rally continues. And I don't have enough long exposure. Too bad. Uber is just coming out of its range. But I don't know if I like the chart really, but so much resistance overhead. But on the 60-minute it looks great. But if it had a lot of, like clear space above, I would buy it. But right now there's just too much overhead. I don't like that. Let's see here. QEP. I'm a little bit behind with that. Yeah, QEP. Another one of these sheepy oil names going bankrupt. It's pre-bankruptcy run. They're running all of these. Yeah, Zoom is going. Or now it pulled back to my entry, but looks good. No, I don't use hotkeys, and I'm not quick. I'm really slow. I'm super slow with placing orders. I do it all manually. And Shopify, it still feels kinda heavy. Compared to what the markets are doing, like the Nasdaq 100 overall. CHK. I'm selling 500 shares every dollar, up to 40. I have enough shares for this thing to get to 40. 10% looks good. Like 10% is one of my favorite stocks by far. They're in all the right things. Question is it a good buy here? This solar name SCDG trying to perk above its 50-day. SC. Yeah, hopefully it can go sideways for a few more days. It does look good on the daily and the weekly 60-minute. INO is about to take out opening range lows again. I don't know if I want to short it. It's just too wide. I'll wait for a setup for later, for a tighter range, because I don't want to risk like $1 on this thing. I'd rather risk 50 cents if I can. I would rather risk 50 cents if I can. This mRNA is kind of weak. Looks like it wants to break down on the 60-minute chart. It's had a big run. This Tilray is not going away. One of these days it's gonna break out of this range and double. And I will be there. I will be there. Yeah, Shopify is definitely... If the market starts stalling, this Shopify is going to mid 500s. It's gonna go back to mid 500s. There is a potential pivot in the like 625 area. I really like this zoom chart. This is a high tide fly. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing goes to 200. I'll buy a few more right here. That's really the one of the few long setups that I see, except for Tilray. Other than that, I just have bear flags on my on my watch list pretty much. And I rarely even trade bear flags, but I just see so many of them. I don't know. Like if you have a bunch of stocks that haven't been able to rally when the market rallies, you know, what happens if the market stalls or God forbid even starts going lower? What happens with all of these names, you know? They're gonna go lower because the selling pressure is there. But what do I know? What do I know? Man, I want a piece of Tencent, but this thing has these big overnight gaps. Or, well, actually they're not that big, but if I'm gonna buy, I almost have to use like 51 as my stop, give it some leeway. In case it gaps down overnight in the China session. Markets look like they are starting to stall a little bit. Let's see if SPYs get rejected off the 50-day again. I think we are gonna have a lay lower. Because so far the 50-day has been acting as a resistance. I couldn't resist. I did a third size of SPXL. I just couldn't resist. Zoom is about to take out highs of the day. Should I add more? I have 5,000 shares of this thing. Nah, I'm not gonna add more. It looks good, but I'll be happy. If it can go to 200 for me, I'll be very happy. INO reclaimed VWAP. Hopefully it goes higher. I would love to see this thing in the high teens by tomorrow. I think it's gonna, I think there's gonna be a big trade here. But I want a tighter stop on it. Okay, looks like I got stopped in on some Shopify as it went red again. I'm gonna move the stop on all of my shares to today's highs. I'm gonna lower my stop significantly. Doku, yeah, absolutely. Yes, Doku and SC are two I really like, but I just don't want them to break out yet. If they can just go sideways for a little bit more. I'm praying to the market gods. A little bit more sideways action on some of these names. You're in both? Good. Well, it has been a chaser's market, but you know, how long is it gonna last? What I'm worried about if the spies get rejected of this declining 50-day again. But you know, I don't know. I just know that it's not gonna last forever, and I don't want to get into trouble. You know, I've been in trouble many times, or not in trouble, but I made a lot of stupid things during my trading career chasing, and I don't want the headache. Well, yeah, but you're probably like a really short-term trader. I'm not. If I buy, I want to hold it for months. I don't scalp. I don't sell the first pop. So it's a bit different. I just don't see any longer term entries yet. There were, in hindsight, obviously, there were entries like a month ago, but I kind of screwed that up because I was all focused on TVIX when the market started bouncing. But in hindsight, it would have been nice if I had bought some individual names too. Yeah, Snap had a offering. I think Snapchat had an offering. That's very weak. But I think it's a good thing. Like, they had a big volume. I think if this thing can digest for a few weeks or something, or a month, I like this long term. If they can just, you know, start making some profits, that would be a nice thing. Yeah, I know, absolutely. Hopefully it goes to high teens. Now it's reclaimed VWAP again. I'm looking for a tight entry on it. So far haven't gotten it. BNTX had an insane volume day yesterday compared to its average volume. So I'm watching it. If it can build a little bit of a more of a base, this could be a very explosive stock. Remember, this thing was in the was at 105 just a month ago, or 2 months ago. So this thing can definitely move if it wants to. If it wants to. I don't know what it means. What do you mean by +1 whiskey? Stock P profit measure? Yeah, but how much is one whiskey? I have no idea. 800 bucks. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go for a Lamborghini on it. I don't trade for whiskeys. We'll see. I think it can go to 200. It looks super explosive. This is and like everything is going for them. They went from 10 million customers to 300 million in just a few months. I think it's gonna do something crazy. I think it's gonna surprise a lot of shorts. Yes, is it super expensive? Absolutely. Like they have a, yeah, okay, never mind. But yeah, they're if they double, they're gonna be a mega cap almost. But I think this thing can reasonably go to 200. Why not? Or a truckload of whiskey. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I don't trade for small trades. I'm a home run trader. I will not always spin, but I feel like the big money is in going for the home runs. Because if you're trading for whiskeys and want to make a lot of money, you need to make an obscene amount of trades. Like you need to make 100 trades per day. And unless you have an algorithm that trades for you, it's probably not going to happen if you do it on your own. But it's great if you're in account building mode. Absolutely, that's when you trade for whiskeys. I traded for whiskeys for a long time. Damn it, don't go higher. Stop. GNMK looks, man, straight up. A lot of gold and silver stocks on my scans today. That's what. That's where the money is right now. Yeah, it's the same for me. Most of your money is gonna come from a few trades or in a short amount of time. That is true. Rest of the time it's just grinding it out. Man, should I buy some of these solar names? Like EMPH, SCDG. Looks good. Or they look good. Oh, Shopify is about to take out the highs. That's alright. I'll just cover everything if it takes out the highs. Oh, that's great. That's great. So you have your weekend planned, I guess. Go assemble that swing set for your kid. Sounds like a great thing. I didn't have much either when I grew up, to be honest. All the other kids had more toys than me. Getting a pool on Monday, nice. Some of these potential bear flags are kind of becoming bull flags. They kind of tried to break lower, but instead they bounced off the rising moving averages, like MGM. Looked like a bear flag, tried to break below it, but it found buyers on the rising 20-day, and now it looks like a bull flag. Something to keep an eye on. The RCL also looked like a bear flag, but it's kind of not breaking down. Like if these things shape up, all of these things, these bear flags, and they become bull flags, it's not gonna go overnight, happen overnight, but I'm willing to buy these things. There could be many 50, 100% movers there. Like the only software SaaS related stock that hasn't gone straight up 50%, 100% in a month is this Now. And that's also a bad thing because you want the strongest ones, but you don't. I just can't chase something like Doku, for example. It's just straight up, and it's only gone sideways for a few days. This is probably not a good longer-term entry. Maybe if you have a 3 to 5 day time frame, it could be good. But just for me, just very hard for me to find any solid setups right now. One that I'm looking at is this Tencent. I'm thinking about buying it if it takes out highs of the day, and then use this $51 as my stop. EMPH could be a longer term entry potentially. CHK just took out the highs of the day. I'm telling you guys, this is going to $30. It's gonna go to $30. It's doing its pre-bankruptcy run. Nugget is straight. Oh, it's up 12% today. You know what? I need to sell some. I'm gonna sell some Nugget. I'm up like 20% on it overall now since yesterday's entry. Or okay, never mind. 16%. I'll sell a tiny amount. Just to lock in some. INO looks good for a run to 15 today. Really hope this thing goes up today and then gaps up to 17, 18 tomorrow. I would love that. QQQ's, oh no, sorry, Shopify's weakening again. I don't, it just feels heavy. It just feels heavy. It felt heavy yesterday and just can't rally as much as the TQQs. Like this thing was outperforming the Qs. Like it showed relative strength, and now the past 2 sessions it's been showing relative weakness. Yeah, I know, it's because I'm watching a YouTube video. Just trying to find some value. Just don't see it a lot. Like Zoom was one of the better setups coming into the day, and that one I'm already long. INO. You know what? Below 13 there could be a trade there. It's been building lower highs and higher lows. I'm gonna take a shot at it if it breaks below this area. Not super excited about it, but maybe for a starter. SPXL, I got stopped out of that starter. Oh yeah, CHK, 24 bucks. Let's go. Well, yeah, I was watching mRNA. It's trying to weaken here. I don't really see any. I mean, yeah, it had a small breakdown, but not super excited about it really. OAS, one of these going bankrupt oil stocks, up 117%. Oh, they're rallying, all of them. Maybe tomorrow we may get some short setups in these things, especially if they can extend higher. Uber got rejected off the declining 50-day. That's what I was talking about. There's so much overhead resistance, and now it looks like it's about to go red on the day. Oh, INO. Let's see. Oh, should I short it? I don't know. QQQ's taking out the highs of the day again, and Shopify is barely green on the day. But obviously, if the Qs keep going, this Shopify is gonna go to 650 very quickly. All right, I did a starter INO 50k shares. Let's see. Gonna use this 1340-ish as my stop on it. It is below VWAP. Yeah, I'll stop myself out if it reclaims VWAP. So I'm risking 30-ish cents to potentially make $3. Like if it pulls back, I don't see why it can pull back to $10 or so. I mean, F-sell from 180 break. Okay, so you bought it today, but the entry was yesterday, I think. Okay. I mean, I think you should use yesterday's lows. Like the better entry would have been yesterday. That's when it broke out. But yeah, I should use yesterday. I would use yesterday's lows on fuel cell. I definitely would. But I don't really know what are you doing this trade for? Are you gonna hold for months or are you gonna hold for days? I just don't really know. Oh, at which price would I move my stop loss? Well, I'm gonna keep my stop loss for many weeks. Personally, I don't know what you're trading for. Are you gonna sell after a few days, you know, or I just don't know. One thing is clear, one by one these bear flags are morphing into something else than bear flags. Like this MGM, I'm a little bit tempted buying this thing. A little bit tempted. You're short INO? Well, soon we are both gonna get squeezed on it. Just watch. Just watch. I don't like the price action on it. It feels strong, I don't know. It feels like they're gonna fuck us over. I don't know why I feel like that. Soon it's on every scan. Like if your scans are not catching the most powerful stock in the US stock markets, I don't know what your scans are for. It should be on every single scan. Unless you're scanning for stocks that are down. I've been watching Zoom for months. And it's on every single scan every single day. So the answer to your question is yes. And I don't have a bull flag scan. I don't have a specific bull flag scan. I just scan for stocks that are up the most in a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, etc. Wow, all of these sheepy stocks are higher. They're all gonna double, triple, quadruple. They started yesterday. Actually, yeah, LPI, another one. Someone asked me, if they're laying off people, why should they go higher? Well, because the real world and the stock market are not the same thing. These are just getting pumped, just pure momentum. CPE, another one. Now, I'm not gonna chase any of these. But there's gonna be a lot of doubles and triples in the next few days. in these sub $1 oil gas names. Oh, this Vapo is going. Oh shit. Wait, why didn't it alert me? Oh, I had an alert set. Now I have to chase it. Now I have to chase it. Great. SM, another sheepy beaten down oil stock. ENLC, another one. Oh man, there's so many of these right now. Oh, okay, yeah. So in 5 seconds we're gonna get stopped out of INO short. Which is a good thing, because it would give us better opportunity going forward. Boom. All right, great. I really hope this thing can go to high teens by, say, tomorrow. That would be super good. What's this? No. No. Okay. Man, there's a lot of shit stocks up today. A lot of gold and silver. And these small microcap oils that are all about to go bankrupt. It's that kind of a day. Like OWA's up 100%. FET up 70%. This one is, I don't know what this is. DNR up 43. VAL up 47. HPR 44. LPI 45. FTSI 43. And then we have obviously WLL, which started running a few days ago. It's up 350% in a few sessions. EMP. Oh man, I probably should buy this thing. It looks good. It just looks good. Where's the stock? Vapo. My paper cuts are your big losses. But you shouldn't be taking big losses. Or do you mean like in general? I guess you mean in general. Yeah. Oh yeah, CHK. There you go. Okay, so CHK, yeah, my entry, like this thing was down like from 42 to 12 bucks in like a week, okay? And yes, and you know, split adjusted or split adjusted, this thing is down from 200 since December, January. So it's extremely beaten down. And I just saw a good risk reward. You know, after the reverse split, they gapped down like 30% and kept selling. And I just thought, you know, if it reclaims this declining 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart, you know, it could get some momentum because it's a good, my entry is in the mid-15s. So I saw a good risk reward, like risk a dollar to make 10, $20. Why not? It's exactly the same thing as my Tilray trade a month ago, when it was beaten down from 21 to $2, $2.50. And then once it reclaimed this declining 20 EMA, I bought it. I bought the highs of that candle in the 330s and went up 200% in a week or two. But yeah, so it can definitely go. Just look at the chart, you know. Again, I have enough shares to sell it up until 40. So it hit my first target, 25. Second target would be 30. CHK, okay. Yeah, you know, I drop the ball on a lot of my bread and butter setups. It's super annoying when you have a bread and butter setup and you just drop the ball on it. It really is annoying. Instead, you're trading some other random shit and you miss your own perfect setup. It happens to me all the time. It's super annoying. It really is. But that's the way it is. That's the... Oh, INO, come on. Don't tell me it shook me out. Don't tell me it shook me out. Batty trade. All futures going negative, yeah. Look, CHK is already bankrupt. Doesn't matter what the old futures do. I know. God damn, it looks like I got shaken out of it. Or maybe not. Maybe we get another setup later. These cruise lines are bouncing. Casinos are bouncing. Hotels are bouncing. A lot of things are shaping up. So Uber took out the lows of the day so far. Okay. I'm a little bit tempted by this ENPH. This solar name. SCDG is another one. Oh man, there's so many of these oil names. It's an incredible amount of them. Oh, Shopify took out the or went red on the day again. I'm gonna lower my stop again. This thing is showing relative weakness. No, there's no question about it. It wants to go lower, no doubt. It's definitely showing some big weakness. Biggie weakness. Biggily wiggly. I'm not gonna add to it since I have a pretty decent position, but or maybe if it breaks a tight range later in the day, I'll add to it. But that's the only time I will. Right now, I'm pretty happy with my position. I also bought some of this thin piece of shit Vapo. It's some kind of a corona related. They sell some respiratory devices. It just looked like a good chart. I chased a little bit, unfortunately, because my alert apparently didn't go off for some reason. I don't know. But it looks pretty decent. Why can't this thing go to 30? I don't know. Oh man, this CHK is about to become a home run trade. I'm up like 150 on it, and I didn't even buy enough size. I could have easily bought more. Now it's starting to move. Now it's starting to move now. Oh, this Excel is straight up. Time to sell some more. Gonna sell another tiny piece of it. Yep, Shopify taking out the lows of the day. I think it retests this low from 2 days ago. The low, or sorry, mid 500s. Livongo is about to go again. Excel is having a nice day. I bought some SCDG. And I'm thinking about buying EMPH too. I just don't want to get too long in I don't know. Like, things are breaking out one after another. I just have to be there in some of these names. Since my bearish setups are slowly disappearing and becoming bullish setups. Okay, INO put in another lower high. I don't know. I'll have to short it again. It's again below VWAP. I'm gonna use a little bit of a tighter stop this time. If it starts breaking some support levels, that is. INO. Opening range lows. I guess you mean on the 5-minute chart, right? So you shorted it like 1270s or 1260s. Okay. One minute? Wait. Why the fuck are you still in it? If you shorted on the opening rate like 13, right? Why didn't you get stopped out here when it took out highs of the day? Why, like, what's your stop? Oh, you did stop out first time. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Holy shit, there's a lot of stocks on my piece of shit scan. 113 already. Mostly these oil names, beaten down oil names. They're all going, they're all bouncing. Shap, another sheepy oil name. CRC, another one. There's just so many of them. They're taking them all higher. Damn it, BLDP is going again. Tandem is going again. Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit excited about this UGAS and UNG. It's building higher lows now. It's starting to. It looks like it broke its downtrend. Hopefully we can get a nice big move in natural gas. RCL, and now it looks like a bullish setup. These things are moving pretty fast. From a bear flag to a bull flag in a short amount of time. You know what? I'm willing to buy one of these. I'm gonna go high risk today, or maybe not. I don't know. But I'm tempted to buy one of these cruise lines. Oh boy. Because they have so much upside. These things can go 50% like nothing. That's the thing. This XLE looks like a good swing trading setup. I'm gonna do some backwatch list cleaning since I caught up. Let's say 23rd of March. What happened here? Apron. Oh, okay. Now what? No. That wasn't 23rd. Vapo. EYTOBA. That's the day BA broke from its downtrend line and almost doubled in a few days. This was one of my biggest misses of the year. Could have been a $500,000 trade. The funny thing is I was long a bunch of shares here when it broke this 103 area first time. But then it got rejected off this declining 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. I took a small loss on it, and then when it re-broke, this thing went up 80% in a few days, and I didn't want to chase it. It looked like a chase, and one of my biggest misses this year, unfortunately. Not happy about it. Oh, CHK. Man, this thing goes to 30 today. That thing is gonna go to 30 today. Oh, INO looks like I got stopped in again. I'm gonna use this 1340 or so as my stop. So I'm pretty much risking again about 40 cents to make maybe $3. I still only have half size. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna add right now. Alright, let's do one more scan and then I will go and buy an air purifier for my allergies. Can't believe some of these pharma names are just straight up like Johnson & Johnson. Mega cap stock, up 50% like nothing. Kind of funny when mega cap stocks move like small caps. Pretty fascinating, to be honest. Ha! Holy shit, this WLL up 500% since yesterday. I hope this thing can go to $3-4 before $5 or something, so we can get a nice short offer on it. AXCS, another one. I'm not even gonna keep adding them to my watch list. Just too many of them. Tesla, relative weakness. Yeah, I'm gonna check in a minute. Just gonna do this scan. List because I didn't see a setup there, but yeah, it just went red on the day, or it's been red on the day most of the day. Yeah, absolutely. I just don't see a range there yet. Maybe tomorrow. Like I'm open to everything. I'm open to buying this thing in the next few sessions if it sets up, because you know, why not? Why can't this thing go to 1,000? Right now it's temporarily showing relative weakness. That is true. There's a lot of things I'm watching right now. I don't necessarily I'm not really getting a full picture yet. Need to see how things shape up. Like Shopify is about to take out the lows of the day again, so that one is really weak. My cheaper is weakening. It's a nat gas name. Or it's an oil gas name. Apparently I was early on the theme with CHK and cheaper. So I'm happy about that since I missed most of the market rally over the past month. So it's nice to be early on something at least before everyone starts chasing. Yeah, I just put CMG on my back watch list. It looks like a nice. If I had seen that, you know, the opening range lows, or when it went red, it kind of gapped down a little bit, had a pop, and then when it went red, and then took up out the opening range lows. I think it could pull back to 800 over the next few sessions. Why not? Why not? Alright guys, thank you for joining, and I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great trading day. And those of you who are short INO with me, I hope it goes to sub 12 today, but it's probably not going to. Okay, thank you guys, see you tomorrow.